Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be messing around with this folding stove with fuel. I picked this up at, actually I think it was Walmart for like $5 maybe, or $6. It's designed to do this like for camping, camp kitchen. It's a tiny little stove you can put in your pocket and in your pack. I mean, yeah, it would still fit in my pocket. There's my hand, there's the stove inside of this thing. Not very big. Comes with 8 fuel cubes. These white little cubes. I've never messed with them. I've seen them used, but I've never really paid attention to it. I don't know how long they burn. I tried to buy more, but there was no more on the shelf. It was just the stove with the cubes. So, let's open it up. By the way, I'm inside today because it is crazy windy. And I didn't feel like fighting this thing any harder than I had to. And, also, I didn't want to catch woods on fire, so it's a neat, simple little stove. That's it. I've never used this. I had it out and looked at it. There's the fuel cubes, and there's the stove. Seems kind of flimsy, but lightweight. And I'm putting it in my cast iron so that if it gets hot, I don't know what these fuel cubes do and how they act. But we're going to make some noodles for my daughter tonight. I suppose they break. Yeah, I can hear them crunching in there. Now, I guess, like, in reality, out in the field or while I'm camping or whatever, I would use these to start a bundle of tinder instead of trying to just cook off of them. But today, I think I'm just going to cook off of them, see what it actually does. Now, it feels like, kind of like a little salt cube there. It smells like oil, like gun cleaning oil. Let's see what happens. Okay, it lit up. Can you see that? Did that show up in the camera? Yeah, I think you can see it. It's burning. Like I said, I don't know anything about them. So I'm going to let it do that, I guess. I don't know if I have to let that burn down. Actually, I'm not going to take the time to, since I'm trying to boil a lot of water, and I don't know how long it's going to take, or if one cube will even do it, or if I have got to put another in. I can hear it burning. I hope you guys can hear it. Yeah, you can see it there. So, yay team, I guess. Alright. Yeah, it was like $5 for the size of it. If it works, cool. Really, all I would really want this for is to boil water. And it's already condensating around the edge there. And that is pretty warm. Looks like the whole cube's almost lit all the way up. Now, it's kind of neat. It's kind of fun. If I can find these frickin' cubes in a store, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of them and just keep them for fire starting purposes. So use that, or a half of one, or a quarter of one with tinder sticks and crap to do whatever. But, I don't know. What time is it? 3:40, so I probably started that at 3:38 maybe. And I can see bubbles starting down in there, sort of the water swirling. But, okay, I better get the other stuff ready. We'll catch you back here in a second. Okay, everybody, that's right almost at the 10-minute mark. Water's boiling, and the cube does seem to be dying down a little bit, but it's still going pretty good. Let me dump the water on the noodles here for the kid. Hopefully I don't burn the crap out of myself and everything else. Yeah, I'll just let it do its thing. That was 16 ounces of water. 10 minutes, and it's still going. I'm kind of liking it. It has a stink. There is a smell. It kind of smells like match heads. I guess that would be burning sulfur or something maybe. And it's got a different smell, and I'm wondering if there's oil on the metal or if the paint's starting to burn off. It does appear that the paint might be burning down there a little bit. I guess I didn't take that into consideration. I kind of just wanted to use it, and try it out. I don't know how... It doesn't really feel to be hot down there. This is warm in here. It's cold back here. I don't want to burn myself. The bottom of it, from what I can tell here, is not hot. That's kind of warm. I wouldn't want to hold on to it a lot. It's kind of cool. I am actually a lot happier with it than what I thought it'd be. And, yeah, man. Cool little emergency thing. And it folds up pretty nice. And those little fuel cubes. I'm going to try it. I suppose I can just order them online, but I don't. Kind of frustrating that they didn't have them in the store there, you know. Got some new news cooking on here. If you've ever been in college, then you know what I'm cooking. Ramen noodles, chicken kind. My daughter loves them. She's not even in college. I don't know. I loved them before I was in college. So, yeah, man. Man, college was a long time ago. Kind of a waste of time for me. But, seems kind of neat. I really want to grab it and flip it over and look at it, but I don't want to. I'm still timing the cube. I don't know what kind of flame it's got. Okay, it's 11 minutes right now. Or 11 and a half, maybe. I don't know. It's died down a good bit. And the cube has shrunk. So I'll catch you back on when the cube finally dies and we can talk about the time and all that good stuff. Well, that's been 15 minutes. That's 15, not 50. 1-5. And it looks like it's flickering. Like it's starting to die out. There's still some heat up there. I don't know that I could cook anything else on it. I don't know. I'm just kind of getting tired of watching it. So it kind of looks like it's dying out. And I'm seeing a lot of glowing. I don't really like the glowing. That means smoke and stuff. I didn't see any smoke, but like I said, it has a smell. But again, that could have just been a little grill thing burning off. And there was some kind of liquid fuel in the cube. I don't know anything about them. Like I said, I'm going to have to look them up just for my own entertainment, I suppose. Yeah. So, here, let me blow on it. Yep, there it went out. There's some smoke. Yeah. So I don't really like that for indoor use, of course, but kind of cool looking. Looks like a little shiny piece of charcoal. A little speckly and stuff. Alright, well, first use, I think I like it. So, I mean, make dinner for my daughter. Now, them cubes, like I said, I think I would just use them to start tender. But I don't know what it's going to be like to cook, to lay little sticks and stuff in there. I have played with a couple other folding camp stoves, and I didn't like them. This one I like so far. It was simple, and, you know, neato. I don't know what the cubes do if they get wet, and how old they can be before they stop working. The pack that's open now that I use this one, I don't know how long, if it'll start to evaporate. I assume it will. So I'll probably end up using it pretty quick, and I'm going to do research on it and figure it out. But, I mean, right now, the thing is pretty awesome. And it's already cooled down. I can put my hand in here. I can pick it up. And it appears that it's... Okay. Yeah, see, there was still some life left in it. It didn't scorch the bottom. I kind of thought it would have. I don't know how hard this is going to be to clean up. I suppose it'll be a pain in the butt, but... I don't know. Whatever, dude. Pretty cool so far. So, up here, man, I hope that wind ain't messing with you. That's why I wasn't out here filming, doing a little camp thingy. But we got a tulip, got daffodils still, and then we even have the hyacinth. And as you can see, I have not cleaned up anything from last year, where the weeds took over. Yeah, so springtime is here, but we did have a pretty hard frost the other day, and I'll show you something about that. Well, the cucumbers are cugoners. Had a pretty big frost, and they're dead. This was a couple days ago, and I kind of knew they wouldn't come back. They had a pretty good root set up on them. They were taking off. They were doing their thing, but they're dead. They ain't coming back out of that. Now these ones are even scorched up there. Yep. So, that was my own stupidity. Now the basil's doing good. I took it inside for some reason. I left these guys out. So, well, live and learn. I knew better, but I just didn't do anything about it, I expect. I don't know. It was April 2nd, I think, is when we had the hard frost. And you can see I'm in a t-shirt out here now. I think it's 65. What the hell day is it? It's Tuesday. Friday morning when we wake up, we're supposed to have an inch of snow on the ground. And then a day or two later, it's supposed to be back. It's actually 75, close to 80. Now, I don't know. It's kind of weird to wait till spring before winter gets here. But, you know, what can you do about it? You know, that kind of sucks. But whatever. I don't know. You're not supposed to even start cucumbers until April 15th, I think, or April 20th or something. You know. Well, anyway. Get out of here. Dead things. As you can see, my labeling didn't last very long. I wrote that on there with a Sharpie on the 20th of February when I planted these. And you almost can't read it now. So, well, I got 2 pots that are ready to go. I can try again, start something else. Yeah, whatever. I brought the basil in last night or night before. It's doing really good. It is. It's slightly yellow. I think I got too wet, but you know it's still doing pretty good. I wish I would have brought the cucumbers in. I actually thought about it, but you know, whatever. Stuff happens. Sorry, little dudes. These little guys are still doing pretty good. Dirty, but yeah, they're yellow. They're overwatered. There's all that rain we've had. This thing's been out as long as the cucumbers, but I decided to bring it in early, and, well, anyway. Yep, basil's good.